sometimes I think to myself, like, are there actually good people out here? Like, a lot of people preach to be pure and, just not negative, but is it really true? Am I really a good person? Because we all come from that same animal or same God or whoever you believe or whatever you believe. We all came from that same person and we're made up of the same qualities. So we all have anger, we all have guilt, we all have ego, we all have envy in us. All these things that will make up a so-called bad person, we have these qualities. The difference is some people suppress it and some people let it out. Some people know how to control it and some people don't. So who is good and who is bad if we all have these qualities? You can let me know down in the comments. But that anger, right? That envy or those qualities that will make up a bad person, that's all energy. That's all neutral energy until you figure out, you yourself, what you want to do with it. So that brings me to the story of one of my boys, right? And I don't know why I always bring this same person up. Like, you'll never know who he is. I'm gonna always refer to him as he, but it's always him. So he got a baby mom, right? And he don't really fuck with her like that. Like, he co-parents good, but as a person, he ain't really messing with her. And he always say, like, yo, when I really get it, like when I'm really on top, bro, I'ma stun on her ass. And I used to be like, damn. But now that I think about it, it's not bad that he feels this way. I would feel the same way. Successful people, they always have people that look down on them and say they're not gonna make it and think they crazy for chasing their dreams, right? But what they do is they channel that energy. What my boy did is he channeled that energy, or that's what he's doing. If he used that frustration and that anger and that envy towards her, he could, mess up the relationship that he has with her, his son, and himself. Like, he could really be on some scumbag shit and not fuck with her at all. But he don't. He channels that energy and use it to motivate him to actually want to, become something in life, so he can show her, like, yo, I am him. I can do this. Like, I am that nigga, you feel me? And I'm gonna make sure you know that. I'm gonna make sure you see it. That doesn't make him a bad person. So your dark side is actually a hidden power. And I want people to embrace that power more and more every day, because with social media out there, they make it seem like everybody is so pure and everybody's so perfect, but that's not the case. When you suppressing it that much, you're being inauthentic. It makes me wonder, like, what would social media be if it was full of everybody's negative moments and positive moments, like on an equal level? Like, what would it be? Would it be more beneficial to us nowadays, or would it not be? Would it be too real to where it's like, damn, this shit coming like the news, it's depressing? Because I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people's lives, they're not as good as it seems on social media. A lot of people really going through some deep shit, and it's not a problem. That's just life. You get what I'm saying? That's just how it is. And I know I preach positivity, so there's barely a time where you would see me being super negative, because I'm a firm believer that if I feed into it, then that will become my reality. Now, I go through shit just like everybody else. I have bad days. I have unmotivated days. I have days where I just want to sit around, lay around, and not do nothing. But if I let that become my reality in a way of that's what I'm doing on a majority of the time, that's when it becomes bad for me. So I'd rather stay positive. I'd rather only think positive thoughts and have positivity come out of my mouth, because I believe what I say shapes my future. I believe in the power of the tongue. But that's a deeper topic. I'm not going to get into that today. What I want you guys to understand is that your discipline can be used as a tool. It can be used as a tool in a way where you have trauma from the past, anger from the past, whether you grew up in poverty or you were broke or you lost your job or you lost your car, your house or whatever. You could channel all that energy and be like, yo, I never want to go back to that dark place. I never want to go there no more. Every time I think about it, it angers me. It makes me mad. So let me make sure let me use that as discipline and make sure I never get to that point again. Let me use that energy and pull it together and, give me the strength to keep myself out of that situation. To me, that dark side gives me the momentum that I need to do the extra reps, right? If I'm tired, if I don't feel like doing nothing, I'm gonna still get up and do it, because I'm like, yo, this shit leads over into the rest of my life. I don't want to go back to that broke side. I don't want to go back to not having control over my emotions and my feelings. So, bro, I'm gonna get it done. It's something so simple as me telling myself I gotta cook eggs every single day because it gives me the right protein and it has other benefits to it. So the other day I'm like, yo, I don't feel like cooking this shit, bro. Like, my girl like, don't do it. I'm like, I have to. It don't matter what time it is. I have to have my eggs. So she be like, don't do it. I'm like, yo, I have to do it because I don't feel like doing it. And she called me out on it the other day. She was like, yo, you always doing something that you don't want to do. I'm like, that's because how I do one thing is how I do everything. Like, if I don't feel like doing something just because I'm so-called tired or just don't feel like doing it, being lazy, that's even more of a reason to do it. Because like I said, it bleeds over into other aspects of my life. If I just put it off like, nah, I ain't gonna do that today. I ain't gonna go to the gym today. I will never get to my goal. I will never reach that shit. So, bro, I channel dark energy all day, every day. Even when I be wanting to unalive somebody. Like, yeah, those just be thoughts, but I be having them times where I'm like, man, I want to unalive this nigga right now, bro. Like, he making me so mad. Like, fuck. But I channel that energy into something different, bro. And not the control to where we're never going to feel it, but control to where we can channel it and put it wherever we want to. There's a quote that said, master your demons or they will master you. We can't get rid of these demons in us. We can't get rid of these thoughts. But one thing we can do is channel that energy into something that's greater, something that's way more beneficial than to, just crash out. The only way to stay in control of it is to face it, understand it, and then use it. It's Couch Talk episode 24 with Amin. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe.